Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a fantasy draft comprised of both current NBA players as well as players on the classic teams in NBA 2K. As far as for duplicate players, there will not be duplicates, just the best overall version of each player based on the 2K overall rating. So basically how it works is I'm going to take one team. I'm going to be the Lakers. We're going to go through the fantasy draft. It's going to be a serpentine draft style rather than a fixed draft style. So if it was fixed, let's say I had the 5th pick in round 1, I'd had the 5th pick in each round. But that really gives preferential treatment to people that have, or teams that have the higher picks. So rather than that, it'll be a serpentine draft style. Sometimes also referred to as a snake draft style if you play like fantasy, baseball, basketball, or football. So if I had the 5th pick in round 1, I would then have the 5th to last pick in round 2, then the 5th pick in round 3, and so on and so forth. It's going to be 82 game regular season, 12-minute simulated quarters. I'm just going to simulate the season. I'm not going to do any trades or any signings or anything like that. I'm just going to put a little more strategic pressure on me when drafting. So let's say in the 6th round, if there's a really high quality point guard available, but I really need depth at center position, a really good quality starting center, I might have to go for that center rather than that point guard because I can't just trade or sign a point guard before or during the season. So that's basically how that's going to go. I'm not really going to mess with any of the sliders or any of that. I'm just going to go right into it. Again, I'm going to be the Los Angeles Lakers, and we will see what order I get, what pick I have. Spurs start out. They get Jordan. I have the 5th pick. So we'll see Jordan, Kareem, LeBron, Magic went with the first 4 picks. Tim Duncan's the highest overall rated player available. Larry Bird, Shaq, Giannis, Harden. It's tough. I mean, I'm a Lakers fan. I would love to go Kobe Bryant. But, this is 22-year-old Kobe. Very athletic. Oh, man. Obviously, Durant's available. Duncan's still an option. Although I preferably do want someone that can have an outside shot, or you're just crazy dominant like Shaq. I'm going to go Kobe Bryant. I think he's deserving of it. Maybe a little bit of Laker bias, but, not too much, I don't think. I think he's deserving of the pick. So now with our 2nd round pick, will be the 5th to last pick, I believe. See who is available. Pairing Yao Ming with Kobe. That would be something. Paul George is an option. Preferably, I want someone who can run the pick and roll with Kobe, but also have a pick and pop option. I mean, Marc Gasol is an option, I suppose. Though his 3-pointer is not what I would like. Oh, Paul George. I'm going to go Paul George. We'll see who's available here. Top of the 3rd round. Yao Ming still there. Luka Doncic. He is small forward, but he did run more of the point guard and the 2 guard in the EuroLeague, I believe. As well with the Mavs, I think he's also played point. So I am going to draft Luka Doncic. So we have our wings. Got a point guard, small forward, and shooting guard. Now it's really about building a formidable front line. And I think I'm going to start with Al Horford. He can still pop out, hit the outside jump shot. And I'm going to pair him with Ben Wallace, who can really solidify the paint, rim protector, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's a good pairing. So I got my starting 5. Now it's really about building that bench depth. I think we're going to start with Detlef Schrempf. Can play the 3, play the 4, stretch out, hit the 3. I think I'm going to go Jason Terry here. Run my point guard off the bench. Again, playmaker who can shoot and create his own jump shot. Formidable off the pick and roll. See here. Now, I'm not just picking the highest over. I like Zydrunas Ilgauskas. He can hit that mid-range jump shot. 7'3", rim protector. I really like that off the bench. See who we can get here. Brook Lopez, Caron Butler, Shane Battier. However, Bruce Bowen's ability to play defense, play multiple positions, and still hit the outside jump shot is why I'm going with him there. Let's see. Who do we want to go with now? I'm going to go Larry Nance. Sort of an athletic 4. All right, Tony Allen's the other guy. I like him for defensive purposes at the 2 or the 3. Now I'm going to go try to get another center or power forward. Preferably one that can hit a jump shot. So I'm going Sam Perkins there. Be getting another 3. Big shot Bob, cannot go against him. Hit some big shots in his career, 7-time champion. Now to end things off, go with another scorer off the bench. So I'm going to go Eric Gordon. As the draft, we'll just auto-select the rookies. Check out who we got. Jason Terry, Kobe. All right, we're going to change this up a little bit because I got Paul George coming off the bench. I wanted Doncic, Kobe, and then George with Terry coming off the bench. Give some of those minutes to Paul George. I want to flip out. I want Horford at the 4, Ben Wallace anchoring down my 5. So Doncic, Bryant, George, Horford, Ben Wallace, Jason Terry, Bruce Bowen, Detlef Schrempf, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Tony Allen, Larry Nance Jr., Eric Gordon coming off the bench, along with Robert Horry, and then Sam Perkins coming to my games in a fashionable suit, barring injury. I like the team, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to simulate the regular season, and I will see you guys once that process is complete. All right, guys, we are back at the end of the season. As you can see, we ended up 43-39, so not a great record, but I believe we qualified for the playoffs. We were a game under 500 at the All-Star break. We ended up losing a few games after that, went 6 or 7 games under, but I think we won maybe 15 of the last 18, able to get a winning record. As you can see here, Magic Johnson, amazing numbers. Nearly 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, nearly 16 assists a game, 2 steals for Magic Johnson on his way to the MVP of the league. Luka Doncic was able to win Rookie of the Year for the Lakers, averaging 14, 5.5, and 7. Manu Ginobili was 6th Man of the Year, 12 points, about 4 rebounds, 6 assists a game. For Manu, Bill Russell, Defensive Player of the Year for the Portland Trail Blazers. Again, like Magic, unbelievable stats. Nearly 12 points per game, 16 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Blake Griffin, Most Improved Player. 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Kind of seems a little down from his numbers previous season, so must have been a light year for improvement across the league. But Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year for the Raptors, 53-29, leading them to the 1 seed in the East. Now looking at some of the All-NBA teams, we got Magic Johnson, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Giannis, and Bill Russell. All-NBA second team, Chris Paul, James Harden, Tim Duncan, Chris Webber, and Anthony Davis. And third team, Oscar, D'Angelo Russell, Elgin Baylor, Kevin Garnett, and Shaquille O'Neal. All defensive team, Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Bill Russell. And the second team, D. Wade, Chris Paul, LeBron James, Giannis, and Ben Wallace. So we're able to get a member of the Lakers on that team. All rookie first team, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley III, and Jaren Jackson Jr. And the second team, Michael Porter Jr., Miles Bridges, Rodimus Karooks, botch that, Troy Brown Jr., and Mikal Bridges. So unfortunately, Kobe Bryant did not make any of the All-NBA teams. Well, it turns out we did not make the playoffs. As you can see here, an insanely competitive Western Conference. The difference between the 1 and 8 seed, just 3 games. So we were 3 games out of the 8th seed. The strong push at the end still wasn't enough. Before I simulate the playoffs and see who won, we'll see how my team did stats-wise. I'll get to the stats, player stats, league leaders. For the... Will they show us the regular season? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is playoff stats, my bad. Season stats, league leaders. Durant led in scoring. Scoring numbers way down. Kobe Bryant, 6th in the league in scoring. 22.5 a game. Check out just the Lakers stats. Kobe Bryant, Paul George, Luka Doncic, Jason Terry, only players in double figures. You can see a premium emphasis must have been placed on defense. Some of these older school guys. But, yeah, we were not able to make the postseason. Kind of disappointing, but we will see. It's still interesting to see who ends up getting crowned champion when it's all said and done. Again, the difference between the 1 and 8 seed in the West was just 3 games. It's just amazing to think. So you can see here, no major, I guess Memphis won. But again, that's not really a major upset because, again, just 3 games separating those teams. A lot of tiebreakers must have been used to figure this out because the Thunder are the 3 seed with the same record as the Warriors at the 1 seed. You can see here on the Eastern Conference side, Toronto losing their first round matchup with Detroit, but again, only a 10-game difference. Usually you see a lot larger discrepancy between records between the 1 and 8 seeds. Other than that, it's Milwaukee over Boston in that 4-5 game. Again, Milwaukee only a game behind Boston, so not a big upset record-wise. But in terms of the seeding, that is an upset. Now moving on to the semifinals. Warriors sweeping the Blazers. And we got 2 series going to Game 7, both in the East. Milwaukee over Detroit, so their Cinderella run is over. And then Philadelphia over Brooklyn, 3/2 seed. In the West, we got Dallas moving forward. Let's see who's on the Mavericks. James Harden, David West, Tim Hardaway, David Robinson. Some of the big names on that team. And the Warriors. Let's see who's on the Warriors. Alonzo Mourning and D. Wade, who were a pairing on the Heat. So moving that over to the Warriors. As well as Baron Davis and George Gervin, 4-time scoring champ. So now we move to the conference final series. And we will see what happens. Golden State winning the first 2 games. They're able to close it out in 5. And then Philadelphia over Milwaukee in 6. Let's see who's on the Sixer team. You got Elgin Baylor, Kelly Olynyk, Dirk Nowitzki, Enes Kanter, Eddie Jones, Nikola Vucevic, Dwight Howard, Derek Collison, and Dennis Scott, as well as Buddy Hield. Some other guys did not play. Del Curry, Joe Ingles, Ron Harper. They took down a Milwaukee team led by Derrick Rose, MVP version of Derrick Rose, and Joel Embiid, two big guys on that team. So we got a Warriors-Sixers finals. And see here, 3-2 Warriors. And the Warriors win in 6. Dwayne Wade is the MVP. So even in fantasy draft land, the Warriors are NBA champions. Apparently we cannot escape it. And even in fantasy draft land, the Lakers once again missed the playoffs. Hopefully that won't happen this year. But that is the video. We did make the playoffs, but it was still fun to draft the team. It was still insanely competitive Western Conference. But that is the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.